Okay, now validating PKs. So at the end of the day, we want everything to basically stay completed. So once this has been noted by the admins that they've noted it, at least an hour after, we have to check the Bigo schedule. On the master schedules, you'll have a bunch of links up here for each step. So you can find them easy, but we're just going to open up the Bigo schedule, which is going to be this link here. So basically, once you have the highlighter program, you're basically going to find that event. So basically, every event that we have that's going to be on the schedule, like the low light event, will be right here. So in this instance, what we're looking for is Bigo changed this to where we did the Bigo ID. So whichever information we put here, if that is correct on here, then we can change this to verified complete. So we're going to do that on all the subs. Now if we do a transfer request, we got to try to get the transfers updated before to make sure. So we're going to do the same process as we're going to check Bigo's schedule, and we're going to look for that transfer and make sure it's updated on the schedule. So when it's updated on the schedule, we're basically going to change it from a transfer request to back to not verified. And then we're going to take the transfer information out and we want to move it. I guess I should do the whole spot. Just say Amber Sauce can't do her PK. I'm going to do it. So we're going to do Star Shine for the agency I'm in. So basically it's going to look like this. We're going to do sub request. When we send it in the Bigo, we're going to go transfer request. Now, like an hour after they approve it, we want to check the Bigo schedule, and then once it's actually, we see it on the Bigo schedule, then what we do is we are going to go back to the main tab where we built. So what we're going to do is where Amber Sauce is, we're going to change that to Shoeman. And that is going to fix the information. So Shoeman is now here. It's now Shoeman's PK. And then we can just, delete that. If you're good with Google Sheets, you can just highlight the ones under it and drag it up and it resets everything. But basically, once the transfer is done, we want it back to a reset because now it's no longer Amber Sauce's PK. It's Shoeman's. We don't need any of this information. Now we want to do this before the PK starts so there's no confusion. Just because Shoeman maybe have the PK, now I need a sub. And if this wasn't done, there's going to be information so that the host can't put the information for the sub. So we want to make sure that this is updated within an hour of when it's approved. Preferably we do these the day before because it will be a 2-day schedule here. So that is that part. Let me go on to the next. Okay, so that's how we validate the changes. The next, we are saving data after everything is updated. I don't know what word that is, but that is not how you spell everything. So this, we're going to be using another sheet. But for this example, we're just going to do part of it. So we're going to go to what we're going to do at the end of the day. So we're going to go to step 5. There's another sheet that's going to be on our schedule, which is going to look similar to this. There'll be a data link. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be copying, but not from this link, from the link that you'll get after you pass your training. We want to copy the information just for that day, and we are going to paste it to an agency data sheet. So, but in this example, the only thing that we're going to do is have you test this here. So what we're going to do is we are going to copy this information starting at the date, and we are going to go to the next step, which is step 6, and we're just going to paste that information in here. I do want to put one row above here and pause this a second so I can put a header in here so you know what everything is doing. Okay, I put the header on here, and I'm on the wrong page. That's the actual page. So what we're going to do here is a lot of the agencies won't be doing this if they don't track their data. At our agency, we track our data. So basically, we're going to take the host that did the PKs. This is just for the PK parts. We're just going to copy that, and we are going to paste it in the complete column. Now that marks everything on our end because we do our data. That calculates all of our host PK completions and incompletions. That does all their numbers, their percentages, all that stuff. This is how we track all of our numbers that are required for the agency. So it keeps our completion percents at 94% and things like that. But that's basically just for my agency. Most of the agencies don't do the data tracking software, so they won't even have to do this. So anyways, we're going to put all the PKs here. Now just say Lovelight missed her PK. She didn't do it. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to drag her name to the incomplete column. And that on the program is going to mark her incomplete. And the ones that are completed are going to count, which will count towards the raffles and things like that. Now, any subs that are automatically done on the other sheet will automatically be here. So it really doesn't matter if any outstanding data is in there. I mean, we can delete this, but it's really not necessary because the coding is picking up the ID. We don't have someone called agency or something like that, so it's not going to bother. So the coding is only going to calculate the exact IDs. So basically that's all we have to do on that one. Once that data is done, that's it for that. Now the next part is copying the final Bigo schedule. So this is basically going to be the same exact thing from step 1, where we're copying Bigo's schedule. This is at the end of the day though. We're copying the Bigo schedule and we're basically doing this all over again. But it's going to be with the updates that were made through the day. So that way we have a hard copy of everything that was changed, because Bigo does lose their schedules, and when we file non-paid events, we need proof. So this gives us proof. At the end of the day, it's copied. It's really not proof because we can actually change these boxes to what we want at the end of the day, but it still gives us a hard copy. So if the host says, oh, they did this or they did that, we can look back and say, okay, it was on the schedule. Or, nope, you must have the wrong day because it doesn't match our records either. So that stops a lot of false claims because it takes a long time to do the data. And as far as that is it for the whole setup for the shift managers. Other than doing a little bit of training and stuff, that is it.